Welcome to Machine God H, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Darling. It has not even been 2 months since I've been off the street. I got off the street a day after my birthday. So my birthday was on October 12th. I ended up getting my place October 13th. It took me about a month to even tell my mother where I was living. And the reason I didn't tell my mother that I had got off the street because I knew exactly what she was going to do. See, at the time, my mom has been living in Wisconsin after my brother sent her there last year because my mother was living out here in Vegas. You know, she had fallen on hard times. She was living on the street. She had lost her ID. There was a lot going on. My brother spent well over $1,000 for hotels, for her to, you know, be comfortable. She stayed at my house while I was going through it in my past relationship, while that relationship was falling apart. You know, she slept there. And eventually, by Christmas, my brother got her to move to Wisconsin, which she did. She ended up getting her retirement. She ended up getting herself together. And I knew, you know, over time, she kept saying how, I didn't want to be in Wisconsin, this and that. So obviously, I fell on hard times. I ended up living in the park, whatever. Fast forward to me getting my place. Like I said, I didn't want to tell her where I was because I knew she was going to show up on some BS. My mom calls me a couple weeks ago, says, I want to move back out to Vegas, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right. I tell her how much it is to get a suite. She's like, okay, well, when I get out there, we could talk about getting an apartment together. I have no intention on living with anybody, especially my mother, okay? And I expressed this to her many times. So she's like, okay, I understand. I say, so the suite is this much. This is how much it is to move in. It's about $1,000. You're going to need this, blah, 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 blah. So don't leave Wisconsin without that money. She comes out here yesterday. She's been telling me for the last couple of weeks that I need to talk to the lady at the front office, ask her about vacancies, which I did. But what is talking to her going to do? Are you going to have the money or not? When you come out here, you're going to have the money. She kept saying, I'm going to help you with your rent. Now, no offense. I don't want any help from my family with anything, okay? I work, right now, I'm on a 7-day stretch from Sunday to Saturday of working. I don't, you know, want their help. I'm doing everything I can to avoid anybody's help if I can to keep myself on my feet. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, especially because when people do stuff like that, like when she wants to do stuff like that, it's quid pro. It's like, okay, I did that, so I'm entitled to a key. Like, for instance, she comes in, she gets mad at me this morning because I don't leave her my key. This is my apartment, okay? I'm not going to leave you my key so you can be out and about and have your funky ass friends coming up to my doorstep. Then she has them, and I say them, her fucking goon ass people bring her to my front door when I was supposed to meet her yesterday when she came up in the first place. It's just a complete lack of respect for my personal space and what's going on. Now, under normal circumstances, of course, I have no issues with her coming out here and visiting and all that. And if it was just under, you know, if she was actually telling the truth, it would be dope. But it's always a game. It's always a scheme. It's always trying to manipulate me into doing some shit that I'm not trying to do right now, especially after the fucking year I've had. There was a nigga on that bus sitting in front of me that was a more handsome version of me. I look like a generic version of that nigga. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. But anyway, it's kind of like when people tell me I look like a knockoff, and what is it, Arsenio Hall, a knockoff Wesley Snipes. Whenever somebody tell you like a knockoff version of somebody, it's like it's kind of fucked up because it's like, damn, this the only face I know. This ain't generic to me. How I'm the dollar store version of freaking Arsenio Hall of all people? Fuck you. Nah, I put on a good face, y'all. I really do. But this has been a point of contention for me for a minute. And like I mentioned last year, I was going through a lot of depression last year. Like a lot of it was because, like I said, my relationship was falling apart. It was obvious. My mother was going through what she was going through and putting me and my brother through what she was putting us through. And for her, she's oblivious to the whole thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to bash my mom, or I'm here to vent, bro, because this is a big part of my life. This is a big part of why I be in these depressive states around the holidays, why I hate the holidays, why I'm indifferent, why I'm standoffish when it comes to people trying to get close to me, why I self-isolate and what is it? Self exile myself so that I'm not around people, because when the people that are closest to you make you feel the way that they do, you know, and my mom is one of the closest people to me, if not the closest person to me. Like yesterday, she got an attitude with me when I heard that she's calling me. She's like, "What's your address?" I gave her the address because I texted her the address. My mom knows the city. She acts like she doesn't. All right, whatever. I tell her to meet me on the corner by the 7-Eleven that y'all see me at, blah, blah, blah. I'll bring you over to my place. She acts like she's oblivious. I hear niggas in the background talking. Now, I've told y'all, the people that my mom have dealt with in the past and the people that my mom dealt with in the city are not people that I associate with at all. Because, like I've expressed to her and I've expressed to everybody I know, the reason I don't associate with certain people and certain elements of people is because I would crash out on them niggas. You feel me? And the last thing I need is for them niggas showing up at my house or knowing where I'm living or knowing how I'm moving, just because you have this parasocial relationship with these fucked up ass people. Her ex-boyfriend, his goonish ass sons. Like, take in mind, the guy that brought her, the son that brought her, the friend, I say the son because it was her ex-boyfriend's son, has threatened my mother in the past. And she has, you know, told me and my brother about this situation and how are we supposed to navigate what dealing with these people when this motherfucker has threatened you. And you bring this nigga to my house, right? When I obviously am not, like, I'm not the nigga that's gonna sit up there and be polite, bro. Don't bring people to my house, bro. You come. If you say you're coming, I'm like, all right, my mom coming. Now, if it was my cousins or anybody else that would have brought them over there, fine. But you bring some goonish ass niggas to my house, completely disregarding my peace. Completely disregarding what I've said about being associated with those specific people in general. Now, the thing that is very disrespectful to me, and my friend has pointed out, my ex has pointed it out, is that she wouldn't do this to my brother. She wouldn't bring these people to my brother's house like that. She wouldn't maneuver with my brother the way she tries to maneuver with me. And the reason that she maneuvers the way she maneuvers with me, like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna come out there and help you," even though I've already told her I don't want your help. Mind you, when I was out here on the street, when I was living in this very fucking park, my mother came out here under the pretense of, "Oh, I'm coming out here to help her ex," or her ex had got his ass whooped. Okay, let me tell y'all a little bit of history about her ex. Her ex is a drug dealer. His family, they sell drugs out here. They're goons. They're thugs. One of his sons was just on the news last year because he went up in his ex-girlfriend's house or something with a gun, toting, shooting niggas and all that. These are these type of people. These are these type of people, you understand? So her ex-boyfriend was out here earlier this year selling his shit, right, on the west side where I live, right, not too far from where I live. And somebody caught his ass off guard, knocked his ass out, beat him, right, beat him because he's mentally not all there right now. Beat him, left him in the on the desert fucking concrete for hours frying. And so my mom used that as a pretense to come out here and say, "Oh, I'm coming out here to help him." But meanwhile, she's sinking money into hotels, right? She convinced me at one point while I was sleeping out here to come and help me pay for this hotel and I'll repay you so you can take in mind, when I'm living here, I was saving to get off the street. She tells me, "Oh, I'm gonna just do it and then I'll help you get the suite." My mom never refunded me that money. So what ended up happening with that is I had to end up sleeping outside my job. I had to sleep outside this park. And I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming myself for even going and stay at the hotel where a couple times y'all saw me at the Stratosphere. Yeah, I was there with my mother. My mother was like, "Come on to the Stratosphere." That was me helping her pay to stay there because she was out here. She didn't have a place to go. And I sunk myself even further. The reason it took me so long to even get off the fucking street was because I was running with her program. Never run with somebody's program. Bro, never, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to live with nobody. I don't want nobody around me. And anybody that knows me knows that this is always the thing. My ex was like, "Why did you even tell her that you even got a place?" you knew what she was going to do. And what kind of irritates me is that everything my ex said that my mom was going to do, she has done. Everything. Every single thing down to the T. Down to coming out here late in the day. Like yesterday, for instance. I have to be at work at 9, just like I have to be at work at 9 today. It's still early. I tell my mom, get here, you get off the plane, I give her the address so she can go to the office and get the suite. I already know she's coming out here with limited funds and she's not going to try to get no suite. The whole thing was she wants to come in there. Bro, there's one bed here. You understand? And here's the thing. If this was a desperate situation, I know this your mom. You should give up your bed for your mom. No, bro, this ain't a desperate situation. My mom's not homeless, bro. She has sisters. She just came from a place. She came from Wisconsin purposely to inconvenience this situation because she knows that, oh, okay, my son is there, So when I leave this morning, I'll take my kid. I'm like, all right, it's time to get up. She's like, oh, you get up why you get up so early? I get up this early every morning. I have to be on this side of town. I'm not about to explain myself to anybody. You understand? So then it comes off as I have an attitude because I don't have an attitude. I'm just not about to explain how I move and how I maneuver. I have to be on this side of town because for one, I have to be at work at 9. You know, 2, I like to come over here and get my coffee. I like to get my mind together. I like to think of ideas for videos. Sometimes I go to the gym. Today is a Wednesday, so I skip the gym. What she don't know is I wake up even earlier on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to get my ass over here so that I can get it in. But I'm not going to try to explain it because she doesn't care. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care. That's the problem. Now, do I care about her? Yes, I love my mom to death. But my mom, I could tell my mom a million things about me. My mom's not listening to a goddamn thing I'll say. Like these videos, she'll never see these videos. She'll never see them because she doesn't care. There's no interest there. And I'm not saying that she has to have interest there. I'm ratchet on here. I don't want my mom watching my videos. But at the same time, bro, know why I'm doing something. No, what's the TikTok thing? At a certain point, I had 130,000 fucking followers. I was making a little bit of coin on TikTok. Still meant nothing. That was an accomplishment for me. Never congratulations. Never keep going. Okay, you got this. Never none of that. It's just that, okay, I'm coming. I don't want no help from them. You understand? Because it always comes with this. Now, if it was like, okay, you coming out here, get the suite, we living in the same building, you moving this way, I'm moving that way, I can deal with that. But I can't deal with you being on top of me and trying to literally manipulate me into getting in place with you when I'm not going to do that. What y'all don't understand is before I even got into my last relationship, okay? Before I got into my last relationship, let me get a sip of this coffee. I was sharing a suite with my mother, okay? Got in my relationship, started dealing with this lady. Eventually, I'll move out of the suite. I had no intention of moving out of the suite with my mom. But my mom started bringing her boyfriend over there. Same thug boyfriend she brought to my fucking place last night. You understand? This nigga and his cousin in there playing dominoes. This is when I was working at Walmart. The first Walmart I worked at on the other side of town. I'm at Walmart. I have to be, take in mind, at that time, I'm working 42. If you work at Walmart, you know what I'm talking about. About 42, sometimes damn near 45 hours a week sometimes, depending on what your position is. I come home, I don't sleep in the room, I sleep on the couch. So this suite had a couch in it. It was bigger, it had like a bedroom and a living room. I sleep on the couch. Her boyfriend comes in there. We have this little table. They're playing dominoes. Take in mind, this nigga doesn't have a job. He sells drugs. He doesn't give me a dime on this fucking suite. He doesn't give my mama a dime on the suite. But she's at work. This nigga's in here with his cousin. Boom, slamming dominoes on it. Take in mind, I'm 35 fucking years old at this point. I'm not a little kid. So I'm like, I'm about to kill these niggas. I'm literally about to kill these niggas. What are y'all doing? So I'm trying to express this to my mom. Mom, out of respect for you, I don't murk these niggas in this motherfucking suite because this is my place. I pay for this just like you. We were saying, it was 1 week I would pay, 1 week she would pay. 1 week I would pay, 1 week she would pay. Fuck that. I exited stage right because I can't deal with that. And it was no respect there. Just like last night bringing those people to my house. So when I put up videos about boundaries and stuff like that, this is who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my mom, bro. My mother, bro. A lot of this neuroticism that is in me is because of my mother, bro. And a lot of people have these mother issues too. My ex said, if you don't, your next girl, you're gonna have to make a choice. And she's fucking right. She is right. Because I'm telling you, my brother and his wife, they don't deal with this shit. My brother, she'll call my brother on some sob story. And take in mind, that's another thing my mom does. She makes up stories about people. And what I mean is she fabricates stuff. Like how she said, right now, I'm pretty sure the story she's telling everybody is that she's coming out here to help me. I never asked for no fucking help, right? So she goes to my brother with these sob stories. Think my brother is fucking made of money. This nigga's out of the Navy. He works I think a logistics job. He makes okay money, but it's not, he has a family. He has 2 daughters. He has his wife. He has himself. They live in fucking San Diego. He has expenses, bro. Okay? So, but he's a good son. He's a very good son. Just like myself, he does everything he can to help her. And sometimes it's way out of pocket to the point where I'm counting. I'm like, bro, that's crazy, bro. He sent you what? Now, and I know you're not telling him the whole fucking story. I know you're not telling him everything. I know you're not telling him how you're not managing your money. So then you go last year, like I said, to get her off, make her comfortable and make her off the street. My brother spent damn near close to $2,000 to make her comfortable, to have her in hotel rooms, to have her off the street, to have her in different places. He did this, bro, around Christmas with the fucking baby and the fucking teenage daughter and a wife that he has to take on in rent and car notes and all that. He still helped her, right? And then buys her a plane ticket to get her back to Wisconsin because it wasn't working. Because you can't keep sinking money into hotels out here, bro. Them hotels get expensive, especially on the weekend. So he sent her back to freaking Wisconsin. This was last December 20 something, right? We're not even a full year in, and she's back out here with an attitude because I take my key because I have to be at work at fucking 9. It's absurd. You have to set up boundaries, ladies and gentlemen. You have to. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I had to vent. I told you this is Vlogmas. I'm sorry I didn't put up a video yesterday, but I was fucked up. And I don't mean like inebriated. I was emotionally fucked up. I was mentally fucked up because you don't bring people to my house, bro. This is around the time I usually film. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. But it's niggas, right, in the car with you bringing you to... Man, that shit was crazy to me, y'all. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all think. All right, try to keep the comments respectful. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like I said, I'm not on here trying to vilify my mom. It just is what it is. But I am a black man, and it's a lot of black men who have these type of weirdo relationships with their mom where it drags you down to a certain point, bro. This is not where I wanted to be this December. This is not where I want to be right now. I'm supposed to be creating and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.